My thoughts, my opinion. Sports podcast.
Yo, what it is? Welcome back to another episode of MTMO Sports Podcast, dog. Yo, I'm gonna let y'all know, man, this episode will be dope. You feel me? Let me tell you why. My guys, they made a splash in the free agency. Is he worth it? Was he reaching? Let me give y'all my opinion on that. It's a wide receiver. The NFL said once he's done, his contract is done, he is retiring. Is he a Hall of Famer? Give y'all my opinion on that. The WNBA just had their draft, but I don't believe that they did so good on promoting it. I'm going to give all my opinion on that. And of course, the NBA playoffs bracket is updated. My boys is in. It's your team is in. I'm going to give y'all my opinion on that and who I believe is going to win certain series. You feel me? And at the end, I got a special announcement I want to tell y'all. Boy, I can't wait to tell y'all that. But enough talking. Let's get straight into it.
Let's go.
Yo, OBJ is now a Baltimore Raven.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that we went into the free agency and picked up a top wide receiver. And shout out to the Ravens on that. Man, because we needed to make some type of moves in that wide receiver room, man. I think OBJ coming to the Ravens is a good move. Now, the only thing I think they reached on was the contract. I believe they might have paid a little bit too much for OBJ, but don't get me wrong. I believe OBJ's deserve some type of money. That 5 to 7 mil contracts that I was hearing rumors about, that the teams was out there trying to give him. I was like, nah, Doug, you don't get me wrong. I understand he's coming off an injury, but he is a Super Bowl champ. You feel me? He is an effective wide receiver. He is, when on the field, can be a top wide receiver in the game. You feel me? Or at least a top 10 wide receiver, in my opinion. So it's a good thing that the Ravens went on here and got OBJ. Now the contract, woo. Don't get me wrong. This for a 1-year contract, man. That was a pretty hefty price. You feel me? But like I said, I think it will be worth it as long as he stay healthy. That is that's the knot right there. You know what I mean? We got to make sure that he stay healthy. You feel me? But you know what I mean? As a Raven fan, to have a wide receiver like an OBJ caliber will do good now because it will open up Mark Andrews up a little bit more. Our running game can be opened up a little bit more. And hopefully that what Todd Monken is trying to create, that OBJ can be a key piece to their offense. Because we already knew that Mark Andrews was going to be a key piece. We knew that hopefully that Rashard Bateman, with him and Eric DeCosta having that back and forth Twitter beef, that Bateman was going to come in with a chip on his shoulder. And with Dobbins and Gus Edwards being ready, coming back off their knee injury. Well, they played last year, but they felt like they had to get another knee surgery just to make sure they are able to produce more, and they did that. And now I'm looking for those guys to come. One of them guys will be 1,000-yard back. I'm assuming that J.K. Dobbins will be 1,000 back, and Gus Edwards will come close to being 1,000 yards. I'm gonna give him 750 just because of our run game, period. But, you know what I mean, now that Greg Roman is gone, it's not going to be run, hopefully it pass. It's like now you got to kind of guess with Todd Monken and what he did in Georgia. He made what's the dude name? Stetson Bennett look like a decent quarterback and rose his stock for the draft, this upcoming draft that's coming up. He's not gonna be a first rounder, but I'm pretty sure from the late second round to early third round, that's where he might get picked up on the team at. But back to OBJ and his contract. Now his contract. Whew. Don't get me wrong. They signed him for 1 year, 18 mil. Now he's not a full guaranteed of the 18 mil. Majority of it is what? 13 mil guaranteed. And they can potentially get up to 18 mil with the incentives of as the Senators added up to $3 million, and his base salary is 1.165. That's a nice chunk of change to coming up off an injury. But also, he's excited to actually come and be a Raven, and that's what makes it so dope that you looking to be wanted. You know what I mean? And you was looking to come here. Now, I know I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people is saying like, well, he haven't did this, and what about the knee injury, and he could have went to the Jets and or somewhere else with another anywhere he could have went to, didn't have certainty in that position. Just like coming here, it's no guarantee that Lamar will play this year, but getting OBJ, it's a slight chance that now Lamar might come down on this price a little bit because the Ravens showed that they is willing to do whatever it takes to bring a wide receiver or good talent down here. Here's what OBJ had to say something about.
Did you have any concern when deciding to sign here, given the uncertainty at the quarterback position?
I mean, if you look at the other situations I was going into, everything was uncertain, and like I say, life's uncertain. Obviously, I would assume that it's going to work out. I have that faith and that hope. And Lamar, I know if you're watching, I would love to get to work with you. I'll talk to these guys over here, and hopefully that gets done. I think when you think about the Ravens, you definitely think about Lamar, and I know that that's something. I was excited about that possibility, and life's not certain. Just to keep it short.
Did you have?
So life it's not certain that he was Lamar's going to be in. But like I said, I think that him and Lamar had a conversation. Eric DeCosta and OBJ had a conversation, and all of these guys had a conversation to let them know, like, look, we is making sure that Lamar is on the top of our list. Because Eric DeCosta also said this.
Requested to trade back Lamar just a second. Have you spoken to Lamar since that point, and what was the conversation like, and do you feel that Lamar wants to be here?
Yeah, well, we have communicated since that date. It would probably be not smart on my part to talk about those details. Because, Lamar and I have decided together that we weren't going to discuss that stuff personally. In saying that, as I said, we only think of Lamar as the quarterback of this team. And we're hopeful to get a deal done. It's been, as you all know, a very long process. But a lot of times the best things in life take a long time. And I go back to this guy right here. It took a long time to get him here. We started last year, and we finally got him. And so, these things take time. They take a lot of work, and they take a lot of patience. And we'll continue to work to do what we can to fill the very best possible team come September to win a championship, which is our ultimate goal.
So it seems like now, since you brung weapons, you showed Lamar that, hey, we is all in for you. We trying to bring you weapons that you feel like you need and you deserve. We trying to work with you. Now it's time for Lamar to work with the Ravens, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I just think that Lamar got to come down on that price just a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't come down too much. Don't go underneath of Kyler Murray. Stay in between that Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes deal. And I think that most definitely he can get that. And I think it would benefit everybody. You know what I mean? Because just to think, our potential offense can be Lamar, J.K. Dobbins, OBJ, Rashad Bateman, and Mark Andrews. And then, of course, you still got other little weapons around like a Devin Duvernay. You still got Isaiah Likely, who had a decent year last year. You still got Gus Edwards playing behind J.K. Dobbins. You still have James Prochet that's kind of need to step up his game. So it's the Ravens have the team. We have the pieces to go deep into the playoffs and get close to a championship. It all gonna come down to when the Ravens and Lamar is going to strike this deal. Because like I said, OBJ is going to bring what he's what he's been bringing his career all year. I mean, all his career. You feel me? He's going to bring excitement. He's going to bring that passion. He's going to bring that attitude. The only thing I just don't want him to bring is him fighting that goddamn field goal post. You feel me?
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Sorry, OBJ. You know, that was like the only time, and that time where you and, man, what was that cornerback name? I can't think of his name right now, and y'all got into it on the field, and, you know what I mean? That was the ugly side. I'm pretty sure you matured, grew up, and you're about to try to win another championship underneath your belt. So, OBJ, man, welcome to the Ravens, man. I'm pumped to have you because, like I said, man, all your career you've been setting good numbers. You know what I mean? The receiving yards, the receptions, you got 531. The receiving yards, you got 7,367 and 56 touchdowns in your career. You know what I mean? I really can see this year, if we have Lamar and everything goes right, I can most definitely see OBJ having about 700 yards, 5 touchdowns, something in that nature, because we already know that Mark Andrews is the top is the top guy. Mark Andrews is going to get his over his 100 receptions and it's over his 1,000 yards. That's just my opinion. I believe if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? It's just like now, OBJ is going to open up Mark Andrews even more. Even Rashard Bateman, Devin Duvernay, everybody. Even Nelson Aguilar that we also signed in the free agency. So, like I said, the Ravens have the key pieces. And then there's also a rumor that it was another wide receiver either thinking about or potentially might be coming. Because it was saying that Darius Slay was saying that there was a wide receiver that is potentially that might have came to the Ravens before the OBJ pickup. So, if that's the case, we get another wide receiver. Hey, Lamar, Doug, we come on down. We most definitely gonna need you on this one. You feel me? So, come on, Ravens. Let's go ahead and lock this up, man, and let's go ahead and bring him home. All right, man. Let's go ahead and talk about Tyreek Hill.
Let's go.
All right, Tyreek Hill says after his contract with the Dolphins, he will retire from the NFL, and that was like, dang. It felt like Tyreek Hill really wasn't in the league that long, but when you really look at it, he's been in the league for a nice period of time. You know, he was with Kansas City for what, 5-6 years. Then he played his 1 year down in Miami. So, and with his career, man, he put up hella stats. He put up hella good stats. His stats right now is sitting at, his yards is 8,340. He has 598 receptions, and he has 63 touchdowns. In my eyes, that's a top 10 wide receiver. In my books, that is a top 10 wide receiver. Tyreek Hill doesn't really sold me to be a top 5 wide receiver. I think it's a couple of guys that's ahead of him, just a smidgen ahead of him. I'm not saying that he's far behind or he's like 10th in my spot, but you know what I mean. It can go with Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. That's just the 4 right now. I can just think of Stephon Diggs. I don't know why I keep forgetting about my man. Stephon Diggs makes number 5. And then, you know, I can probably sprinkle in the Tyreek Hill. You feel me? So I believe he's in that conversation of where you can mention him in the top 10 wide receivers. Now, like I said, this is just my list. A lot of people's lists might be different. Tyreek Hill can go ahead and cross over into that top 10 world. No, you know what I mean? We just don't know, you feel me? But I'm thinking that he will be a Hall of Famer. I believe he will be a Hall of Famer just with the stats and his name and what he did in the NFL. He was the 5th round pick coming out in 2016. He is a 7-time Pro Bowler. 7 times. A 4-time All-Pro. and a one-time Super Bowl champ. I just think that 7 Pro Bowls and that 1 Super Bowl right there automatically slides him into that Hall of Fame jacket. Like I really do. I think that Tyreek Hill is a game changer. He is he changed, he elevated that wide receiver. You know what I mean? Like I say, he wasn't even a true wide receiver when he first got in the league. He was like a specialist. Pump return, kick return, and you know what I mean? And occasionally since he got that tremendous speed that he just grew and progressed and his game got better. And like I said, in the beginning of his career, he wasn't no top wide receiver. Tyreek Hill probably wasn't even mentioned as a top wide receiver or even a wide receiver at all. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that with his speed, man, you didn't know what to do with him. You just probably put him in wide receiver because he's pretty much faster than everybody in the NFL. You know, so that he came a long way. He came a long way. And you know, it was some questions about him last year whether him leaving Patrick Mahomes, will he still be a top wide receiver? And with Tua not able to be there all year long, they was interchanging quarterbacks, especially towards the end of the season, and for them to have a real down place at the end of the season because from December and January the Dolphins was no good. They was dead. It was like a dolphin actually came on to the sea and the dolphin just died on because it didn't have no water.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
But Tyreek Hill was still able to put up big numbers. like how do you stop this guy? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean, it was another wide receiver on the other side of him also was 1,000-yard wide receiver in Waddle. So for him to able to play with another 1,000-yard wide receiver, explosive wide receiver just like him too, it shows that Tyreek Hill is a special type of wide receiver and should be talked about being one of the best wide receivers in the game right now. So like I said, once he retires, I most definitely see him getting into the Hall of Fame right in this 6-7 year mark, something in that nature when they actually call your name in. I see him being the first ballot Hall of Fame. What will be next for him? I was also seeing that he's into games. He's a gamer. And he's looking to either create a game, be into that gaming world, be a gamer, something in that nature. And I'm pretty sure that his subscribers, platforms, followers, all that is going to be stupid high because of who he is now. You feel me? So I can most definitely see him wherever he goes, it will elevate. I can see him being a wide receiver coach maybe if he's into that. I can see him teaching the different techniques to get off the line and to be explosive and how to beat a DB coming off the line of scrimmage. I can see that for him. I can see him being a track coach because you seen how when he ran that 100 meter, he blew those guys out the water. I'm pretty sure that those guys has been training and probably thought they did one hell of a training session to go against Tyreek Hill. And for that guy who, I'm not going to say he doesn't train, but he doesn't train to do track meet and stuff like that. And if he do, God willing. But for him to come out there and blow those guys out the water, that's something special. So I can see him being into the track world, being a coach for some of these colleges, you know what I mean, or something in that nature. I most definitely can see that in his platform. But, you know, we never know. But, you know, my hat's tipped off. We got another 4 years left with him being in the league, in my opinion. Barring no injuries. But as far as his contract, I believe we got 4 years left with him being in the NFL. So let's enjoy him. You know what I mean? Hopefully he can step up and maybe he can catch it be that top wide receiver or crack my top 5 in the wide receiver game. You know what I mean? But as of right now, I give him about strong 6, 7 in the top 10 wide receiver game. It's, like I said, it's no disrespect to him. I just need this. It's just other wide receivers that shows and have that body of work that, you know, he falls into the 6th spot in my opinion. So No disrespect. Let's go ahead to the WNBA now.
Let's go.
Whew, let me tell y'all, boy, if y'all missed that college tournament, NCAA tournament, man, y'all missed the dope platform that women's basketball has now elevated itself to be. We already knew that the NCAA women's college was exciting this year, and to my opinion, it was better than the men's bracket. Now, no disrespect to UConn. UConn deserved to be the national champion that they are. They're 5th national champion. But the men's bracket was just all over the place. You couldn't tell who was going to be who was going to come out, and who was going to be who. Because I also think the level of competition has kind of balanced itself out with some of these lower ranked schools. So you really couldn't tell. But as far as the women's side, it had a little bit of drama in there. Because like I said, it was some of these media writers was out here talking bad and not giving the respect to South Carolina. We had that our first lady talking about she want to invite the loser team to the White House along with the champions, LSU. Like, what? We had controversy of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Is Angel Reese doing too much? She's too ghetto. She's not classy enough. She should have showed respect and all this other stuff. We had all that. And like I said, the women's platform, man, it was up there. And they also had put the national championship on a bigger platform than what it normally was. So you hear all that. And this is where I believe the WNBA kind of dropped the ball a little bit. They didn't cross that half court line fast enough. Promotion. In my opinion, I think that the WNBA should have did way better in marketing and promoting the WNBA draft. Because the WNBA draft, the draft itself is the big ideal. Because let's give it up to these ladies that actually got drafted. You know what I mean? Because they worked their tails off their whole college career to get where they wanted to be at in the pros. You feel me? And the WNBA should have sponsor and promote that way better than they did, man. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people doesn't even know some of the names that got drafted this year. You know what I mean? Like Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston should have most definitely been highlighted into a commercial or something in that nature. Should have been put on ESPN, ABC, or anywhere that we was getting our college sports at, man. So that's where I think that the WNBA kind of just failed on. You know what I mean? Who else? Diamond Miller. Let's give it up for Diamond Miller coming out of Maryland. She should have been in some type of commercials also, man. Haley Jones. Give it up for Haley Jones. Give it up for Taylor Mixell. And also, man, give it up for Alexis Morris. Like I said, man, get up to all the women that got drafted in the WNBA, man. Every single last female. You know what I mean? But like I said, that opportunity that the college level had presented itself, that's where the WNBA should have came in, swooped up, and continue where the college had left off. It should have been commercial after commercial, promotions after promotion, put it on their apps and ESPN and apps and Bleacher Reports and social medias and stuff like that. Because like I said, it wasn't that much promotion being promoted about the WNBA draft, man. And I think that's where the WNBA sucked at. They sucked at that, man. And
Is that like a personal attack or something?
yes, it is. But to all fairness, you did get 10.3 million views. Your percentage went up 141% of views, for the draft. So let's give it up for that. But I think the views could have been a little bit more if you would have just picked up where the college had put down. You feel me? But I believe that the WNBA will have a successful season this year because I also read in the articles that the WNBA is now having chartered flights this year ready for the WNBA. So it's not going to be hard for them to travel. It's going to be ready for them for back-to-backs and for playoffs. So shout out to the WNBA for that one, man. It's because this is what they was fighting for. Now, there's just one more thing that the WNBA gotta do to make sure that their platform it keeps elevating. We gotta get the pay up. Their pay has to be up. You know what I mean? In all fairness, man, I don't think that a college player should be getting paid more than a pro player. You feel me? Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all already know. I love me some Angel Reese. I love that, you know what I mean, what she's making. Because now her NIL deals are through the roof. Like, through the roof. And she's talking about she's not in no rush to going pro. Now, what she shouldn't. She should not be in a rush to do something that she don't want to do. Excuse me, that she don't want to do. But at the same time, I wouldn't be in a rush too if I'm almost making, or if I am making more than a pro player is making. And some of these pros got to go overseas, Brittany Griner, to make a living. And it shouldn't have to be that. It shouldn't be that at all. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad that we was able to get BG back home. And I'm pretty sure that now she is scarred to say that she don't want to travel overseas to hoop anymore. You know what I mean? And that means that right there, we got to find a way to go ahead and boost their pay raise. Boost their pay up. Got to find a way. Which means my suggestion is like put these main games on the mainstream, the ESPN, not ESPN2. There's no disrespect to ESPN2. But a lot of people will watch ESPN before they watch ESPN2. You feel me? Let's put them on there. Let's put them on the same type of platform that the NBA is on. TNT, NBA TV, stuff like that. Let's give them a chance because I believe that it can happen. I believe we can get not at the same rates that the NBA is getting, but we can get close to it. I believe in the females. I believe in that game. They are true hoopers. I've said this before. They are hoopers. They are about it. You feel me? So I just think that that's one solution that the WNBA should really look into, man. But like I said, man, they in the right process. They making the right steps of moving on to what they supposed to be doing. You feel me? So I believe in the WNBA, man. I can't wait to go to a WNBA game this year. Because like I said, I will be going to multiple games, and I'm going to try my best to cover some of those games. Try to meet some of these players and interview some of these players. That's my goal. Y'all already know when I got a goal and I want to stick to it, I get right to it. You feel me? So that's what I'm gonna try to do, man. Because like I said, it's trying to elevate the females to a different platform, man. And that's all I'm gonna go ahead and say about the WNBA. You just gotta be better on the promotions, man. Gotta be better. Show these females, these ladies some love, man. Show them some love. But on to the next one.
Let's go.
All right, man. The NBA playoffs is almost set. The 8 seeds just gotta get that ticket punch. You feel me? And right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, my Lakers, who was 2-10, who had 0.3% to make the playoffs, is now the 7th seed. Woo!
Oh my God!
Yeah. So, Memphis, here we come. But for ordering us to actually get that 7th seed, man, we had to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Minnesota Timberwolves was the depleted team. I didn't have no faith in the Minnesota Timberwolves, and even right now, I don't believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves will get that 8th seed. I just don't. I really don't believe in them, and one of the main reasons why I really don't believe in them is because of Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
And for you to sit here and first of all, if y'all didn't know, Rudy Gobert had got suspended one game. That's why he didn't play in the play-in against the Lakers for punching Kyle Anderson. And I think that's a sucker move. Like a real sucker move. And when would y'all learn that?
You freaking freaks! When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
When will you learn? You know what I mean? And it's just like y'all having a disagreement. And y'all already know how I feel about, teams having public outbursts and all that good stuff. And y'all out here at a game where y'all out here fighting for y'all playoff lives. Y'all are fighting. And you got the nerve to sit here and have a disagreement and then got the nerve to throw a punch. It's like, yo, come on, yo. Y'all have not learned from the Draymond Green situation yet.
What do you mean by that?
It's like y'all haven't learned. It's like, don't get me wrong. I understand that Draymond Green didn't get suspended. Draymond Green is, in my opinion, man, y'all already know. I've been said this episodes ago that was a sucker move. There's no way that I'm gonna call you my brother and all this other stuff, and I hit you like that. There's no way that I'm in the game and we losing or we having a disagreement that I'm gonna put my hands on you. There's been numerous games in my past season I just had with my guys that things didn't go the way that we all envisioned it to go. It was times where this one particular player had frustrated the hell out of me. And I wanted to quit and lead a team and didn't want to have nothing to do with it. But as the captain of the team and as the player, the person that I am, you know what I mean, it's bigger than us. It's bigger than the me and you type of situation. This is what we are trying to do is bigger than just a misunderstanding right now. Cause that's all it was, a misunderstanding. Oh, you need to block more shots on the defense. Oh, you need to grab more rebounds. And that's what started the punch. So, sucker move. You got what you deserve. Minnesota, this is what you traded your whole damn team for. For this guy who didn't really do nothing or change anything about what your last season was. The Minnesota Timberwolves was still a play-in team. Remember, Patrick Beverly got on the stands and threw his damn jersey into the daggone crowd. It's like,
Get back to reality.
y'all are who y'all are. Just a team, a bottom ranked team. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for Ant-Man and Karl Anthony Towns, team would be nowhere. I think the Houston Rockets would be better than them. Yeah, I said it. Houston Rockets will be better than them. But, you know what I mean? Anywho, back to that. My Lakers made it to the 7th seed on account of Minnesota Timberwolves losing 108-102. And now we are on to face Memphis. Also, they got to the 7th seed that night. The Hawks is also now a 7th seed in the East. They beat the Miami Heat, which I don't know how that happened. In my opinion, I thought the Heat was a better team than the Hawks. Didn't expect the Hawks to actually slide to the 7th seed. Now, I'd have gave them the 8th seed, but not the 7th seed. But Atlanta got their job done, and they did what they supposed to do. So now Miami is fighting for their lives against their Bulls. So, man, and I honestly, I don't know who to pick because both of these teams are suspect. But if my gut is telling me right, I'm gonna go with the Heat. I think the Heat is gonna come out feisty, upset, and pissed off that they shouldn't have lost to the Atlanta Hawks. And if they lose to the Chicago Bulls, who most definitely doesn't have an identity, and just you have 2-star players and nothing is going right for you. I believe that the Heat has a better team. But I said that the last time. I thought the Heat had a better team for the Hawks. But, things are changing. The Thunder versus the Timberwolves, man, I think the Thunder will beat the Timberwolves. I really didn't think the Thunder was going to get past New Orleans. I was high on New Orleans. And New Orleans just let me down at the end, man. And I really thought that they was going to be the team that gets that 8th seed, in my opinion. They was an up and down team all year, man. Not having Zion really showed that they need Zion. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, and Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum, but Zion brings another element to the team, and I just really think that Zion should have played. I really do, and it just
This is my thing. Okay, he's missed a lot of games, bro. A lot of games. Got his money, right? Missed a lot of games. At this point, bro, game one, let's see what you got. That's why I'm at with it. Because, let's just see what you got. And if you just can't go and it's looking that bad, yeah, we'll shut you down. But just let me see what you got at this point.
That's how I feel about, that's how I also feel about Zion, man. You got to see what you got, man. And, people keep saying, oh, his health, oh, his conditioning, oh, his weight. It's always going to be like that if he's hurt. Because when he's hurt, he's not really working out that much. You feel me? So, I think that's what hurt most definitely New Orleans' chance of making the playoffs this year. Not having Zion. So, the Pelicans, maybe next year. Hopefully, maybe next year, man. It has to be something different. But let me give y'all who I believe, give y'all the brackets, and who I believe is going to actually win. Now, I'm start with the Nuggets. The Nuggets will have, I believe they will face the Thunder. I think the Thunder will be the 8th seed, and I also think that the Nuggets will sweep them 4-0 off the brick. You know what I mean? Nothing more, nothing said. So I think the Nuggets will get 4-0. The Clippers and the Suns. I think the Suns will also win that series. I'm gonna say that series is gonna be 4-2. But I still think the Suns can get out of there. The Kings and the Warriors. I understand that the Kings are the most explosive team, exciting team, the youngest team probably in the playoffs right now. But I'm gonna have to go with the old guys and go with the Warriors. And I also think that series is going to be 4-2. And the only reason I give the Kings 2 games is mainly because of, number one, I just think that the Warriors' experience is going to outplay the Kings, but the Warriors is no good on the road. The only way that the Warriors can really get the Kings up out of there early is if the Kings slip up and lose one of their first 2 games of the series. So, but I just think that the Warriors is not going to do too good on the road. They might still win. Well, they're going to have to still win to actually have the series swing into their favor. So, it's just which one that the Warriors are going to steal. And, their road record is terrible. So, if they can't steal one, Kings got it. But I'm going to go with the Warriors 4-2. And the Grizzlies and the Lakers. I'm being biased on this. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. I'm most definitely being biased. I think the Lakers can win this, but I think this will go into a 7-game series. I think the Lakers can win it, but it's gonna be 4-3. Only because, man, the Lakers sometimes we just don't know which Laker team is gonna show up, which AD is gonna show up. Is LeBron gonna hold the ball too long? Is D'Angelo Russell gonna score more than 2 points? Is Malik Beasley going to score over 10 points? It's just a lot of uncertainties that the Lakers, now, when the Lakers are on,
Oh my God!
they are on. You feel me? And I think that's where the Lakers gonna have to do. Now in this play-in, the Lakers was just not looking too good, man. It was almost to the point that I wanted to say
I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
Because that the Timberwolves was making the game and they didn't even have their best defenders in there. You feel me? So most definitely the Lakers gonna have to.
The fuck you doing here? Identify yourself. Who the fuck are you?
Gonna have to identify yourself. You feel me? Have an identity. Come in there and show that you can take over the playoffs. Now, the only way I believe that the Lakers can beat the Grizzlies, I understand that Ja Morant is probably gonna go crazy, but that's like the only person that you can let go crazy. I believe if you do what the Pistons did to the Lakers that year in the finals, that if we go ahead and let Shaq score and shut Kobe down and let Kobe be the guy and shut everybody else down, that's game. And I think that you let Ja do whatever, but you shut down everybody else. Jarrett Jackson, Desmond Bain, even sorry ass Dylan Brooks. I believe if you shut them down, the Lakers can most definitely bang with the Grizzlies. I just think so. That's just my opinion. But, like I said, we don't know which Lakers team is going to show up. So, we'll see. We will see. So, I got the Nuggets winning. I got the Suns winning. I like the Warriors. And I like my Lakers. Can it be the Lakers and Warriors in the second round? Can it be the Nuggets and the Suns in the second round? We will see. All right, let's go to the East. All right, for the East, like I said, I think the Heat will make the playoffs. I think they beat the Bulls tonight. But the Bucks sweep them. The Bucks sweep them 4-0. Because, right now, nobody's not topping the Bucks. Nobody in the Eastern Conference. So, I get them 4-0. The Cavs and the Knicks. This is going to be the end. One of the best series in this first round, in my opinion. Because this can sway either way. But in my opinion, I think the Cavs will pull this one out, and I think this one will go 7. I think it's a 4-3 type series. But sometimes the Cavs, if they not hot on offense, they're just not their night. And the Knicks is a team that can capitalize off of that. But with them not having Julius Randle, maybe possibility, or he comes back just a little gimpy off his injury, man. It's you know what? Let's go 4-2. 4-2 Cavs now. Just started thinking about all that because I don't think Jalen Brunson is going to be able to carry that team deep into the playoffs, man. And going against a team with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen and Mitchell and Garland. And then, I think that the Cavs has a better bench than the Knicks. So, I'm going to go ahead with the Cavs winning 4-2. The Sixers and the Nets. It's also a tough one. But I like the Sixers. I like the Sixers 4-2 also. I think with Embiid being the dominant center that he is, and he's going to win the MVP, the Nets don't really have a big man that can really bang bodies with Joel Embiid or even compete in Joel Embiid level. Don't get me wrong, Miles Bridges, man, is having one hell of a year. He is out here putting up big numbers since he left the Suns, but I just don't really see that being enough for the Nets actually beating the Sixers, who has the James Harden, who has the Tyrese Maxey. Hopefully Tobias Harris can show up. Shea Milton, and I'm pretty sure they got some more players that I'm probably forgetting right now, but that sounds like a better value of a team than what the Nets can offer. So I think the Nets don't have a true star power. I like Dinwiddie. I like Miles Bridges, but a true dominant star power, I just don't think the Nets have it. The Celtics and the Hawks. I like the Celtics in this one. And I think this is going to be either a 4-0 or 4-1. So I'm going to give credit to Atlanta. They might still win. So I'm going to give them a 4-1 series. But I like the Celtics better. I just think that the Celtics can pull it out. They are a better team. They are a deep team. They are better coaching. Better star power. So it just sways into the Celtics' favor. You know what I mean? And now that second round is going to get tough for the Celtics or the Sixers, because they in my bracket I got them facing off with each other. You feel me? So there you have it. I think it's going to be the Bucks, Cavs, Sixers, and Celtics. I really don't see no upset on the East side for real. I think all the high-powered top 4 teams will advance into the second round. And far as on the West side, I got 2 teams that's being upset. I think the Lakers will upset the Grizzlies, and the Warriors will upset the Kings. You feel me? So this NBA playoffs most definitely is going to be interesting. Tune in. I hope everybody tune in, and for everybody, man, comment below who you believe is going to win in what series, and what series is going to be interesting to you. You keep me your close eye on, and if your team made it or not, man, just make sure y'all comment below. Show me some love on that. You feel me? But yeah, that's all I have for y'all on this episode, man. So I just want to appreciate everybody that's been subscribing, that's been following, retweeting, reposting, all that. Just thank y'all. Also for real, man, because with all y'all help and with all my grind and my hard work that I've been doing, man, remember the news I told y'all in the beginning that now MTMO has a network home now. MTMO is most definitely will be seen on the Grid Network. That's spelled GRYD. Yes, sir. Shout out. I told y'all that the kid was coming. That the kid from Baltimore is here. You feel me? That I was going to keep on banging on doors until I get my opportunity. And voila, I have my opportunity, man. So, like I said, man, MTMO is now part of the Grid Network, man. Make sure y'all go check them out. When y'all see this logo here, man, just go check me out there. You feel me? It's one more surprise to it, but I'm going to hold on to it. You feel me? I'm going to put that back in my pocket, and when the time is right, I most definitely will share my other surprise that I have. But for right now, man, let's enjoy this one, man. And like I said, it feels good, man. Those guys welcomed me. They dig my flow. They dig my style. So, man, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all for reaching out. I appreciate y'all for bringing me onto the network. And it is nothing but up for here. You feel me? I guarantee you the MTMO will be a top sports podcast. I promise you. It's already one now. But I'm just going to keep on going to different levels. You feel me? So, while I got y'all here on this level, and I hope y'all continue to keep on following me on to my next levels, make sure y'all tell a friend who can be a friend, who can possibly want to be your friend. The MTMO Sports Podcast is on any platform that you're looking for. I'm here on YouTube. I'm on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, Podbeans, any platforms that you can get your podcast. I'm going to be on it. You feel me? I'm there. You feel me? Make sure y'all check out all my social media platforms. My Instagram at MTMO_sports podcast. It's going to let y'all know what's going on in the sports world, what episode I'm dropping, and so on. You know, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button and start following me on there. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. On Facebook and Twitter at MyTHTS My Opinion. You feel me? It's going to give y'all the same thing as my Instagram. And also, I normally didn't promote this, but I'm going to promote it now. Follow me on TikTok. If you got a TikTok, you feel me? That's also at MTMO_sports podcast. You feel me? So, yo, just follow me. I guarantee y'all, I got some good stuff on the way. You know what I mean? Because y'all already know the quote. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says that I'm possible. So, believe in yourself. Believe in whatever next step that you are willing to take, man. Just make sure that you are willing to take it and that you're willing to accept it. Oh, you know what? I got some more good news. Also, MTMO will be on the Raw Uncensored network. Also, you can catch my videos and audio there soon. You feel me? I believe that network is get ready to drop soon, man. And make sure y'all follow me on there. Follow my man Rod Uncensored Podcast. Make sure y'all follow my favorite ladies. Locked In Sports. Episode 13 is uploading. I seen on that Instagram. So, oh boy. And make sure y'all go ahead and listen to their previous one, because y'all boy was on their last episode, their link up episode. So make sure y'all go tune that in and tune all the rest of their stuff in. Make sure y'all, like I said, make sure y'all go follow the Grid Network for all their dope podcasts that they have on there. Also, make sure y'all follow Opulence Radio. Y'all know I'm on there Mondays, on Man Cave Mondays, noon, and at 6 p.m. Make sure y'all follow me on ASAP Network on the Real Talk Mondays and Thursdays. As soon as my man Ray get back off of vacation, you know what I mean, the Real Talk will be jumping back on there. So make sure y'all follow the ASAP Network. Also, they got dope content and dope other podcasts. And you know what I mean? So make sure y'all just go follow everything that I'm sitting here telling y'all, because I'm trying to tell y'all it's great stuff. You feel me? So man, like I said, man, this was this is the dopest episode that I issued so far, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep on issuing dope episodes. You feel me? So from the new Grid Network podcast, man, this is y'all boy Davin. Check me out.